There is a song you turn off. You know it from the first bar. The opening is 4 notes and a room tone before anybody sings. Keep this playing. Before it ends, you will know why you stop it where you stop it, because it is not the reason you have given yourself. You do it fast. Not with the volume, with the skip, or the button on the wheel of the car. 3 or 4 seconds, and it is gone, and whatever is next comes in. Stay where you are. Nothing in this asks you to sit through it. You have told yourself it is because the song reminds you, that it brings something back. That explanation has a hole in it, and you have never looked straight at the hole. If a song simply reminded you, the reminding would have started at the first note. You would flinch at the first note. But you do not. You get 4 seconds in, every time. 4 seconds is not a flinch. 4 seconds is long enough to hear the whole opening and decide. There is a reason it is that exact spot, and not the beginning, and I will give it to you plainly before the end. Before that, I want to lift something off you that you have carried for a long time. You have decided this is weakness, that a stronger version of you would sit through 3 minutes of a song. You have watched other people play it on purpose, at a gathering, and be fine, and you concluded that you are behind them. Here is the first true thing. You are not avoiding the song. If you were avoiding it, you would have removed it. It is a small job. You have had years. It is still on the playlist. It is still on the device. You have never once deleted it. That is not a person running from a thing. That is a person keeping a thing within reach. And you have never skipped it when you were alone in the house. Not once. Only in the car. Only with somebody beside you. Only when the radio does it without asking. Slow down here, because this is the point almost everyone gets the wrong way round. They assume the problem is the melody. That music goes underneath thinking, and there is no defense against it. But music is not what you stopped. Work out what is at 4 seconds. 4 notes, a breath, and then the first line, and then, right after, the second. You have never in your life had a problem with the first line. You can say the first line out loud right now, standing up, and nothing happens. It is the second line. It has always been the second line. Count it out on your own hand. 1, the 4 notes. 2, the breath. 3, the first line begins. 4, the first line ends. You have measured that without ever meaning to, and you are accurate to about half a second, every time, in any car, at any volume. Nobody is that precise about a thing they are running away from. Precision like that only comes from paying attention. So you are not fleeing. You are timing. And a person who is timing something is a person waiting for one specific point to arrive. Here is the second true thing. The second line is the one you used to come in on. Not the singer's line. Yours. The one you joined on, in a kitchen, in a car, half a beat late, badly. That is not a memory of a song. That is a memory of your own voice, and it is stored in your body rather than in your head. Which is why it cannot be argued with, and why nobody outside can understand the size of it. They think you are protecting yourself from the past. You are protecting yourself from hearing a gap where a voice used to be, in real time, at a tempo you cannot slow down. A song does not wait. That is the whole difficulty, and there is not a person alive who can explain it in one sentence at a dinner table. If there is a song in your house you turn off before the second line, type amen below. I will keep you company for the rest of this. Stay a little longer. There is a layer beneath this one, and it is about what you actually do with the 4 seconds. Think about what happens in those 4 seconds. You hear it, you recognize it, and there is a moment, very short, in which you have not moved yet. You are listening. Every single time, for 4 seconds, you listen on purpose. Then you stop it before the part where you would have to hear yourself missing. And notice what you do not do in those 4 seconds. You do not turn it down first. You do not talk over it. You do not change the subject in the car. You let it be the only sound. For 4 seconds, at whatever volume it was already at, you give it the room. That is not tolerating something. That is closer to standing up when somebody comes in. Breathe with me for a moment before the next part, because the next part is where it turns. In, nothing about you is fragile. Out, nothing about you is behind. In, those 4 seconds are not a failure. Out, they are the only part you can still do. There is one more turn in this, and it is about an instrument in a very old book. Wait for it. Before we get there, let me go through your week with you, because I was in it. I have seen you reach for the button before the sound had finished arriving. I have seen you keep the song on a playlist you have not opened in 2 years and not take it off. I have seen a shop play it, and I have seen you stay and finish paying and walk out at your normal speed. I have seen you hum the first line without noticing, doing something else entirely, and stop yourself at the same place. Keep going down this list. One of these I am saving for the last minute of tonight. I have seen you check the artist before pressing play on anything new, in case. I have seen you turn the radio off before a certain junction and turn it back on after. I have seen you sit through a version by somebody else, a different arrangement, and be completely fine with it. That one is not small. A different arrangement changes the timing, and when the timing changes, there is no gap in the right place. There are 3 more. The third is the one I want you holding when I stop talking. I have seen you keep a song next to it on the same playlist that you play often, so the order stays as it was. I have seen you turn it off at 4 seconds in a room where nobody would have heard you join in anyway. I have seen you, once, let it run to 11 seconds, and then stop it, and sit there for a while afterwards without putting anything else on. I have seen you not tell anybody that this happened, and I have seen you think about it again 2 days later while doing something completely unrelated. I have seen you almost mention it to one person, and get as far as the beginning of the sentence, and turn it into something else instead. I have seen the sentence you would have used. It was 5 words long, and it would have been enough. Now the old book. I told you there was an instrument in it, and this is the one nobody preaches. A young man is brought into a king's house because the king cannot rest, and the young man plays. The text says that when he played, the king was relieved, and the thing troubling him departed. That is the beginning of the most famous friendship-turned-hunt in the whole book, and it starts with music working. But there are 2 more scenes, and almost nobody puts them together with the first. Twice, later on, that same king throws a spear at that same young man, and the text says both times that David was playing when it happened. Here is the third thing. He kept playing. He came back. He picked the harp up again in the same room, in front of the same man, and the second time it happened, he still came back. The music that had helped was now the thing he was doing when the danger came, and he did not stop doing it. He changed rooms eventually. He never changed instrument. And there is a second harp in that book, and it is the opposite, and both are true. By a river a long way from home, a group of people hang their instruments in the trees, and somebody asks them to sing one of the old songs. And they say, "How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?" They do not throw the harps in the river. They hang them up, where they can be seen, in a tree beside the water. Hung up is not thrown away. Hung up is a decision that this is not the place, made by people who intend to go home. Look at what those 2 harps have in common, because it is not obvious, and it is the whole point. In both cases, the instrument stays. One man keeps playing in a dangerous room. A whole nation stops playing altogether, and in neither story does anybody get rid of the harp. That is the range. On one side, carrying on while it costs you. On the other, refusing to perform on demand in a place where the song does not belong. And the book puts both in, without ranking them, without saying which one is the faithful response. Which means there is no correct behavior here. There is only whether the instrument is still in your hands or still in the tree, and in both cases the answer is that it has not been thrown away. That is worth sitting with, because you have spent years grading yourself against people who play it at gatherings and are fine. They are the man in the room. You are the people at the river. Both are in Scripture. Only one of them is in your head as the right way. So now come back to your car, and to those 4 seconds, because I want to give them to you properly. Here is the answer to the question I asked at the start. You stop it there, because that is the last second in which the song is still only a song. Before the second line, it is notes and a voice that is not yours. After it, it is a duet with one part missing, running at a speed you cannot control. You are not avoiding a feeling. You are stopping a piece of music one beat before it becomes a measurement. You have called it weakness for years. It is the most exact thing you do all week. Almost done, but not yet. Underneath all of this, there is one more thing, and it is what I came for. Think about why you have never deleted it. A person who wanted it gone would have made it gone. It takes one press, and it does not come back. You have kept it live, in reach, in order, next to the songs around it. That is what the exiles did with the harps. Not buried, not burned, hung in a tree, in daylight, where anyone walking past the river could see them. The 11 seconds. That is the one I said I was saving. You did not decide to do that. Something in you let it run, and you did not put anything on afterwards, and you sat in the quiet with the engine going. That is not a lapse. That is a person testing the depth of water with 1 foot, which is exactly how anybody sane goes back into anything. And it is the item on this list that gives you away, because a person who was frightened of the song would have put something else on immediately. Silence after music is not the same as silence before it. Before, it is a room. After, it is a shape with edges, and the shape is the size of what just stopped. You sat in that shape for a while. On purpose. Nobody made you. Give me 1 more minute. What is left is why I came, and it is 1 line in 1 book. If these evenings are worth something to you, subscribe and stay with this. I put a new message here every day, and there is a stream of light running through all of them, and it comes out of a door that is standing open. Hold that. 1 more turn, and then I will let you sleep. Now here is what I actually came to say tonight. Nowhere in that book does anybody take the harps down. That psalm ends and the harps are still in the tree. The next page does not come back for them. There is no verse where somebody says, "It is time now." Read that again. The Bible keeps a promise open and never shows you it being kept. And those people did go home. It is written elsewhere, in another book, in a list of names. The going home is recorded. The taking down of the harps is not. Which means the moment you are waiting for, the one where it stops hurting enough to listen, is a moment the scriptures did not think worth describing. It happens off the page. It happened for them off the page. It will happen for you the same way. Not as an occasion, but on a Tuesday, in traffic, when you forget to press the button. So tomorrow, when the 4 notes come, understand what you are doing when your thumb moves. Not running. Standing at a river with a harp still in the tree above you. And there is a part of this you have never once been told. I know the second line. I have been singing it since you stopped. There is one more thing I have not told you, and it is not about the song. It is about a phone number you have never deleted, and what you do on the 1 day a year you scroll past it on purpose. Not tonight. Come back tomorrow, and I will finish what I started. Press the button. I do not mind. I will hold the note. You are loved. You are seen. You are mine.